What's up, everybody? I'm here. I'm here. I'm not running. I'm not hiding. I'm here. I have to address something really quick because what Patricia posted was pretty funny. Hi there, Fandy. So I looked it up really quick. I found a Fandy. It's from the Trailer Park Boys. This kind of made my night. Trailer Park, Randy, Fandy, Faux Fanders, and look at these guys playing with the other guy's nipples. This is from Reddit. All right, so it's clean stuff from Trailer Park Boys. Just want to say, you know, the funny shit that happens. Oh God, thank you, Patricia. Thank you. Oh God. Hi, Doug. Good evening, Randy. Caught you on Crypto 7 this morning. Very cool. Yeah, we had fun. Crypto 7 and I. It was a different style, and I liked it. We had the banter back and forth talking about what's happening for the future for Pulse Chain and Pulse X and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it was very interesting. Patricia, I don't care. It was awesome. Hexkin Greenhorn. What's up, Hexkins? What up, fam? Human Hex Trafficker. I'm not ready for more Hexkins to not stream. What the hell? Hexco isn't streaming due to you know what? Yeah. All the influencers getting canceled. I guess I'll start a YouTube channel. I went to shift. Crypto Millionaires with Corey Geary. That's what's up. Yeah. Well, what up, Randy? I have a channel and videos. What should I do? Level stream while I work at work. You can. If you can get away with it. Coming soon to a YouTube near you. YouTube, Odyssey, BitChute. What's the other one? Can't remember. There's so many. Oh, Float app. Yes, it's sad for Hexco. I hope the investigation will be done soon. Yeah. I mean, everyone does their way. Some people believe in the authority of the state. I'm not one of them. It can be really bullish, though, also. Yeah. Tintot. Victory. Everyone's showing up on time. Everyone's on time for class. Like the answer. Thank you, Brightlight. Look like Hexkins overseas will need to carry the torch. Talk about Hex. All the main Hexkins from the U.S. have been advised to seize. Interesting. What's man, those what's are paying good. I love Patricia. I love the FUD last night. I can't remember who did it, but they were trying to FUD people out of their what's-us. Oh, what's-us are a scam. I know it was a joke, but that's my favorite kind of joke is because some people will take it serious and they'll go sell their what's-us, and all that does is increase yield for those of us who do keep them. So yeah. Good afternoon, Randy. Thank you, Nasex. Pete Stav, he is due to the stuff with the U.S. government asking questions and gathering information about Hex itself. He has been advised by his legal people to not stream, apparently. And I think Johnny Chaos, he deleted his Twitter account today. So, I mean, people can do what they want, but this is just a fishing expedition at this current time. When I say fishing expedition, if you read the letter that they sent, they're just looking for information. And I'm not a lawyer by any means, but yeah, I feel for him. If you're in the U.S., guys, it's rough. Yes, I am American, okay? So I can get one of these letters too. But in my opinion, it's a fishing expedition. Hexagon Greenhorn. Oh, wow. Fandy. See what I had to look at, Patricia? Oh, God. 777. Good evening, friends. When pulse chain, sir? Ugh, I wish it was tomorrow. Always after the cheeseburgers. Yeah, he is. It's 2 more weeks. Yeah. Guys, it's not. Listen, Trayvon. Do you guys remember? Those of you guys who still watch Trayvon or pay attention to him, he was involved with BitConnect, and he got in trouble with the Gov, and he had to go talk about it and those kind of things. And he survived, and he's still streaming, and he's still talking about crypto. He's still talking about Hex. So it's not a thing to be fearful of. I'm just not. Maybe I walk my life different than other people. I don't walk with fear. I just go do what I have to do, and don't ask permission. And if I have to say sorry later, I say sorry. But as far as Hex is concerned, I have nothing to say sorry about. It has been an amazing journey, and I was one of the first people to write articles about Hex, if not the first. I don't know who else is writing positive about Hex in the first week. I was. Hey, Randy, have you ever looked into correcting your status from citizen to an American national? Yeah, I have. We have as a family. We've discussed it. And I will be Panamanian citizen in the next 12 months. So I could possibly give up my U.S. citizenship. Could. We'll see. Aw, Marion. We miss you lately. Hey, Ted. Good to see you. Hey, Franklin's in the house. Number of things. Good evening. I'm wondering how deep are they going to go as far as the letters are concerned? How deep are the influencers? Are they just going to go after the people they consider like the top 10 influencers? That's a question, right? Are they going to go send letters to 100 people? Breathe in, breathe out. Wow, what a week. Hexound, you ain't lying. It's been quite a week. Good morning, sad day on Hexco. Pour one out for Hexo. Yeah. What's that building outside your window over your shoulder? Patricia, that's the Caja de Ahorros. It's one of the national banks. I have no idea why it's lit up green right now. We're in Fiestas Patrias, which is the most patriotic month in Panama, when all of our Independence Days are celebrated, and it's usually red, white, and blue. It's been for the last couple of weeks, but last night they changed it green, and I have no idea why. No idea. Randy is live. Let's go. Richard Hart. Yeah. Yeah, they're never short. It'd take a while. Look, I was part of the library team, LBRY, and I was with them for about 6 months. Well, all while they're under the SEC investigation. And I was actually on the team and just carried on like we were. You just keep going. They stopped probably because their representation that they hired told them to. All right. It's not because, thank you. It's not because the Gov told them to stop. It's because they're lawyers. Sitting through the bear market eating cheese, Luke Duke. I'm with you. Richard Hart was right. Yes, he was. Wendy Shift, thank you for that. How you doing tonight, Jeremy? I'm doing really good. Life is great. I can't complain. Had a great day today. I just got a message from Black Label Expat. Let's see what he says. He's usually here in chat, but he is coming to Panama tomorrow. Let me see what I know. I saw it as I was chatting. Let's see what he says. Yeah. All right. I'll message him later. He's asking what time we're going to get together. So I've met him before. He came into town about a year ago, and we had a good dinner. Probably do that again tomorrow night. What's up with Maddie bank account and Chow guy being MIA and Hexo last stream? LOL. Who's next? How I made it. There, listen, guys. Some people are afraid of the system. Some people believe in the system, and they're going to follow through with that. That's just how they live. That's how they live their lives. And then there's going to have some of us who just going to continue living. I'm not going to apologize. I'm just going to keep going forward. I've helped so many people. Hex has changed so many lives for the positive. It's helped my family for the positive. After what the Navy did to me, I got no respect. Sorry. It dawned on me Richard Hart is a jester in old literature, talking truth when no one takes him seriously. Love the satire. Isn't it amazing? Exactly. He is the jester, but he's the one with all the wisdom, and it's kind of, you just can't see it. Like, I responded to Maddie Greenspan tonight because Maddie's been just going off. Maddie Greenspan, not Maddie Allen, about what's going on with Hex and stuff. And actually, let me pull up the tweet for you. And see. Let me see. There he goes. Where is it? There it is. He wrote, this is after all this stuff by Richard. Richard screenshotted a bunch of stuff. And Maddie's, he's not being the most friendly person here. And he says, thanks for sending your army after me today, Dick. He's making fun of Richard. Picked up a few hundred followers. I truly feel bad for all the people you scammed, not just because they will lose their money, but because they will become extremely bitter once they are disheartened. That was very, I love the use of words, and Maddie shows that he does have, a high level of use of the English language. I appreciate that. And I said, come on, Maddie, not one person in Hex has been scammed. We both go way back in crypto. And frankly, Hex is a thing that got me to stop trading and using centralized bullshit. It has been a huge net positive for thousands of people. I know the bear is rough, but the fight is with centralized finance. And he responded, fair point. I'm glad that you're not trading. Hope it all works out well. And Crypto Kobe said, real talk. So I'm gonna change my approach a little bit with talking with these people, because Maddie and I have been following each other probably for 6 years or something. So like I said, I have a lot of connections with the guys who've been in crypto for a long time, and I'm just not. Oh, I don't even have this light on. I'm just not going to burn the bridge. I'm just not going to. And there's no reason. When people get angry, maybe Maddie lost some money in the whole FTX thing, or Gemini, which went down today. Those kind of things. People get really defensive and they get pissed off. And as someone who worked in mental health and as a nurse and those kind of things, I consider myself a man of faith, even though I swear all the time, I could step back, I could take a deep breath and say, okay, we don't have to be angry. We're in a bear market. We can get over this. Hex is going to win. We are decentralized finance. All the problems that we're seeing over the last month were centralized finance. And that's what's wrecking the image of crypto right now. And in the end, it has nothing to do with crypto. And I'm hoping, now let's pull it back for a second. Let's pull it back to what's going on with the Hex influencers. I'm hoping that the SEC sees this. And once they realize the numbers of Hex, how Hex really works and all that kind of stuff, here they go. They're racing. It's no rain tonight, so the road's dry, so the motorcycles are out going at it. So I'm hoping that they see the reality that Hex is 3 years old. It's out in the wild. It's code. There's no team. There's nobody to go after. There's nothing they can really do about it. They can't stop it. So, okay. We're sorry we bothered you. You guys can continue on. But you can't shill. That's the only thing they're probably going to tell them. You can't shill. Naughty. You can't tell people to buy it. You can talk about it, but you can't tell people to buy it. That's what I'm hoping happens. Oh, sure, Pete. Just make sure you're going to the right. make sure you go into the Right Texan Token website. I will go from either their Telegram or from the Texan Token Twitter. Make sure it's the right one, though. Good evening, Crypto Cat Doge. Crypto Cat Doge. Have you ever looked into correcting? Oh, yeah. I saw this. Yes, safe as we know. It's a fishing expedition. Benny Blanco, that's exactly what it is. They're just looking for information. American Nationals. No problem. We have a new star. RH was live on Fox through Mario's Twitter space. Really? That's pretty cool. Thanks, O'Beef. Thanks for letting me know. Wait, what happened here? Okay. RH should get Pulse Chain out ASAP before SEC system. Exactly. I imagine that he's got the fire under his ass right now. He's feeling the heat. The best thing that could happen is that Pulse Chain launches. But Maddie said they froze his bank accounts. Oh, no, really? Well, who froze his bank accounts? RH should get Pulse Chain out before SEC cease and desist. Yeah, exactly. Randers, yeah. The only account that I have that's still connected to the US is my my PayPal. So if you want to freeze that, go right ahead. The thing is, when you expatriate or you emigrate, like I did, I'm a Panamanian immigrant, right? When you've been gone as long as I have, and you have almost zero connections left to your former country, except for family, then there's not much they can do to you. I live in a non-extradition country, and I'm not looking to cause any problems. I'm just talking about something I love, and that's Hex. There's plenty of other crypto influencers out there that were shilling stuff that people actually got wrecked on. And the only people that have gotten wrecked on Hex are maybe the ones who bought in September of last year, right? Because they're down. But this is normal market cycles. This has happened many times before. Not sure if you've mentioned it, but hope you've been enjoying those juicy ICOSA payouts. Oswood, you pulled me in, okay? You pulled me in. Yes, oh my God, those ICOSA payouts are amazing. And I'm summoning Crypto Sloth now. He'll be here any minute. Thanks for streaming. Remember, it's okay to buy Hex on phone. Don't lose 12 words, then send to a secure wallet after you wish, like Richard said in Spaces the other day. Remember, it's okay to buy Hex on a phone. Don't lose 12-word seed phrase, okay? I would never go use a phone for that, but sure, some people are. The building is green for money. Yeah, we use the dollar here. What % chance are these letters coming from RH or another Hexagon as a way of making Hex viral? But Maddie just said his bank accounts were frozen, or somebody said Maddie said bank accounts were frozen. So cool that they changed lighting colors in the bank behind you goes well with all the lights on your shelf. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I was getting ready tonight. Oh, wow, I got the green and it goes good. Yep. Pretty soon they'll change to Christmas. I don't know what color they're going to do for Christmas this year. Crypto Cashew. Good to see you. Hello, Sandy. Building behind you is the green indicator on Orex to buy Hex. Yeah. Yep. Lights out. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Interesting that a private lawsuit has been lodged against paid actors like Shaq, Brady, etc., without a peep from SEC, but Hexagons talking about Hex have been subpoenaed. Help me out here, guys. How does that happen? Is there somebody that complained? Could Mike Alfred, the sworn enemy of Richard, or Erica, could they have gone out and purposely reported something anonymously to the SEC? Could they? Maybe. Sandy. He can withdraw and move onto a place that treats his money better. Yep. The building is lit up as green as Hex. Yeah. But a Hex sticker on your window so it looks like a Hex bank. Yeah, that would be funny. I'll put it right over where the clock is there. Put the sticker right there. What can the SEC do to Hex itself? Nothing. Can't delist it. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. This is like the most useless attack ever in crypto. There's lots of other cryptos that are centralized, people have the keys to, that they can go after and they could shut down. But Hex, of all of them, really? What's happening to the influencers sucks, but we're going to win this thing. Yeah, I think so. This is easier than, okay, so I was part of the LBRY team. LBRY is very centralized. They hold the keys because obviously it's a YouTube competitor, so they always have to update the site. They always have to update how everything works. So, it's got a public website. I don't know. They have more of a business, right? So the SEC can go after them and call them a security. What is Hex? Hex is code on the blockchain. That's it. Randy, can you talk about the Aurochs wallet coming out soon? Ted, I can. It's coming soon. Make sure you go up and sign up. I think on the 26th, there are a whole bunch of more people are getting their wallets. And the one cool thing about Aurochs, guys, is they're going public this year. They're going to be on the stock exchange. So just letting you know, that's a pretty important thing. This is HyperX, the new one. And the old one was just red, but this one changes colors. I used to if you have an Apple like I do or an iMac, you can't adjust the colors. But if you use a Windows device, you can actually change the colors. When I used to use my old computer, I would have it, when I was talking about Pulse Chain, I would change it to the Pulse Chain colors. I was talking about Hex, I would change it to the Hex colors. So it's cool. It's a cool mic. And it sounds good too. Good evening, Jane Leo. I like how you think buy Hex on green. Yeah. It's nice to put work down for a minute. I need a vacation. Benny has got back from another vacation. I was at the beaches for 4 days, and I actually couldn't wait to come home. I couldn't wait to come home and stream, and an all-inclusive is not my thing. Good evening, Serena. How you doing, ma'am? Serena, did you get one of those letters too? Because you've been around forever. I'm just wondering if they're going after all the original folks. Yeah, that Maddie guy got roasted. And not Maddie Allen, Maddie Greenspan. Look at you guys. We're putting in a new computer system at work. Of course, I'm on the team. I'm exhausted already. I need another 6 weeks off. Hey, TexX. Crazy times. Your thoughts on how the SEC? Yeah, I've been going through it tonight. It's been rough. I was on the Twitter space with Maddie Green was being salty. Yeah, I know Maddie for a long time. Randy, glad you don't live in fear or not believe in the system. Yeah, it's just it's a house of cards, and they go after their enemies, the people they deem their enemies or their friends deem enemies. That's the key point, because they're not doing anything about FTX, right? And then people they deem friends, they're not doing anything to. Hey, Randy, what exchanges do you feel comfortable using over the next few weeks to quickly convert fiat to crypto, move to a wallet? His Excellency, I don't recommend any of them. I recommend you do it locally with people that you know. And that's how I believe crypto should be going forward. Stop using centralized exchanges. How I would do it going forward: open up a new wallet that's not connected to your old wallets. Buy crypto from somebody within your circle and send it to the wallet. That's it. Here in Panama, we don't have any issues because there's tons of brokers you can buy crypto from. I could just call one of like 20 people and I can get crypto. That's how easy it is. And it's the same way selling. Some people shut up and other people go way of John the Baptist. I know I don't have a letter, but I'm the same boat as you. Fight and you may die. Yeah, Paul. Fight and you may die. Win and you'll live. Whatever. It's cool. I'm all about putting up the fight. Gabby? Crypto Kobe weighed in on his drama. He was just supporting what I said. Thank you, Benny. Ted Walker, I love big boobies. I was not expecting that one, Ted. My wife's very small. She's a small lady, so that's not something I have here. I got bigger boobs than my wife. We are decentralized finance. Crypto curious? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Will you be celebrating Thanksgiving? Just curious. Yes, we bought the turkey today. My wife's friends, gentleman from Uruguay, he's my barber, and his girlfriend and a bunch of other people are all getting together. We bought all the stuff, because a lot of people here, they just don't have money. So today we bought all the stuff, and they're going to do all the cooking. It's pretty cool. And if you guys saw my TikTok video today, I made bomb cherries. You guys know what bomb cherries are? They're the when you take out the maraschino cherry juice and you replace it with vodka, and you let them sit for a week. Yeah. It's an old Hilarski tradition. My father was a chocolatier. We had the candy business. And one of my dad's favorite things to do was to replace the maraschino juice with a 151 Everclear for the holidays. So I made some of that today. And I gave a couple of the cherries to my son, right? This little shit, he loves cherry. He loves maraschino cherries. I know they're terrible for you because they're just sugar, right? But he went in the refrigerator, and I hear Anna screaming, "No!" He was about to open it and take out some of the ones that were all set up for the holidays. Why does Maddie think Hex is a scam or Richard is a scammer? He has Hex, right? Or no, Patricia. This is Maddie. What's his name? Maddie Greenspan. This is somebody totally different. Has nothing to do with Hex. He's always hated Richard. It's a different guy. I appreciate the mental health side of things, but at the end of the day, if it's not true, hurtful or unnecessary, people need to zip it and ride the bear like everyone else. Yeah. Crypto communicate. We all have to do it. This is a normal cycle. Yes, hang in there. Hang in there. Lots of design distractions for the space. Pepe, you're not lying. It's how it is. Must be a different Maddie. It is. We started on Monday. Your work. Sheep free a long time ago. Dollar cost crypto is about to start streaming too. If the SEC does that, what you say, in your opinion, it would be so bullish to wreck all the real scammers. Yeah. Think about it. What is the best scenario now? Okay, this happened, and this isn't a good scenario. The fact that SEC's even investigating us really sucks. How many cryptos have been investigated over the years? Not many. But what if 2 years from now, the dust settles and the SEC says, "Hey, we looked at Hex, and there ain't a damn thing wrong with this." Wow. What if that comes out in the middle of the bull market? Oh my God. That would be amazing. Yes, please, guys, hit the likes. Maddie's bank account abandoned him and froze his accounts. Maddie's bank abandoned him and froze his accounts, not the SEC. Okay. All right. See? Words matter, guys. I've never heard of the SEC freezing accounts. I've heard of the IRS doing it, but I've never heard of the SEC doing it. Sandy, yeah, Panama's awesome, but not for everybody. There's a lot of people who come down here and they last a couple of years and they take off, or people have bad experiences like Richard. Richard's experience was terrible, but for me, it's been great. I'm married to a Panamanian, so it makes it 100 times easier. Believe me. Some bank boomers, yep. Randy, do you believe when Pulse Chain comes out, we'll just connect our wallets and everything will open up? Or do you believe we have to plug in everything will, like we did to testnet things? You're going to have to add the RPC. So that's going to be available. I'm sure that's going to be in the Pulse Chain Telegram, the Pulse Chain Twitter. So you're gonna have to do that just like we did with ETH POW, Ethereum Fair. If you did a Vax or Arbitrum or any of these other blockchains, you're gonna have to go through and add that to your MetaMask. It's just part of crypto, guys. You're gonna have to do it. In the future, maybe crypto will get better. Maybe the new wallet that Orox is doing, it'll make it easier. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. Or maybe the new Richard Heart wallet that we're gonna have in the future. Maybe that'll make it easier. Oh yeah, Huddle Dog's still around. Summoning Sloth. Crispy. Like, wow, yields on Hedron crypto cashew. Yes, it's beautiful. 100% ROI within 2 days, in my opinion. From if you staked Icosa or Hedron in the first week, you're probably going to have 100% ROI this week. As far as Maddie with his bank account, it wasn't frozen. They're closing his account and won't let him bank there anymore because of his SEC subpoena. Corporations really suck. How did they even know that he got an SEC subpoena? Isn't that bizarre? Do you have any tips for how to off-ramp from crypto if you don't want to or can't go through a US bank and you don't want to go through an Australian bank? Not. It's hard to say, Blue. You could do it. You could do it pretty easily, but you might have to fly somewhere. That's the easiest way. Be it 3 times in front of a mirror right here. Crypto sloth. Hexologist just finished his last stream, as he mentioned that, but I can't even watch his last stream as this country blocked my YouTube from watching it. Wow, Peppy. Hey, Crispy and Critical. Auctions are truly fun. Yeah, I see you guys enjoying it. Look, I'm just on the sidelines enjoying all this sweet yield. Thank you. I'm doing it the lazy way. And even Poly is starting to turn around a little bit, slowly but surely. I turn the music off again. Oh, okay. So I minted a whole bunch of Hedron today and swapped it for Poly. So I'm going to keep doing that. Every week or so, I'm going to mint Hedron, swap for Poly. Mint Hedron, swap for Poly. Because I think Poly is going to do very well. It won't be the best performing of the perpetuals in the Maximus DAO. It's like someone's got a cheap Harley out there. Wish they closed my account. They wouldn't dare. I owed them too much. Yeah, they're not closing our accounts. My wife just got a new credit card today. They said, "Hey, do you want a new card?" She's like, "Sure." See, they brought it to the house. Tarnweg, good to see you. Hello, Randy. Made 80% of class. Soldier Pete, you made it, man. You showed up. Now go sit in the back of the room, smoke the doobie, do what you do, man. I can watch others though. I just clicked on his and it freezes now. Interesting, Peppy. There's something going on. Yeah. I went out, guys. If I lose my channel, I'll be just streaming on Odyssey. Just to let you know, I'm not going to stop streaming. I'll just be over there, and to Twitter, and where else can I? Float app. When I'm an investor in Float app, so I hope they get launched soon. Get their coin going and stuff. Camilo, no. I don't even have an address. I've been out of the US for 12 years. I mean, I'm like a ghost. Hex is our shining city on a hill. Yes, it is. Z. Randy, you're looking good, my man. You're thriving in this bear market and the voice of reason. You bring it so refreshing. Much love, bro. Crypto Curious, thank you so much. I tell you, I'm not stressed at all. SEC is probably more interested in Pulse Chain SAC. At that crypto cat doge, that's possible. That could be their end game. That might be what they're really looking for, not Hex. Wales One used to have a tweet May or June 2021 asking people what their favorite on and off ramps were. Lots of responses there. Cool, Paul. It's so difficult for me to answer that question because I've never had to deal with it. I've always had the option of just calling up a buddy, walking down to their office and doing a transaction, or my wife doing the transactions. Could be because of the silly lawsuit, which may have triggered a basic investigation. It could be a good thing moving forward for hedge funds, et cetera, if a precedent is set for hacks. That's Osmo. That's the only way I can look at this as a positive. Is YouTube considered a product or a project? It's forever changing its code. Exactly. It's a project. Maybe they're after him because of the Pulse hot list he shilled. Who's that, Cabby? I see he has to attack people because people can't be responsible for their own money or freely make yield without middlemen. Exactly. Corey changed his name to Crypto Millionaires with Corey Gary. Just imagine, sorry, when SEC says it's nothing, it will shut up the haters at Hex Moon. That's what we're hoping for. They probably 1099 Shaq and Brady, so it's out in the open, reported on taxes because nothing was reported by Hexkins. They have to ask. That could be. Holy hell, he made it. And that happened, what? He showed up 13 minutes ago. My God, I'm so far back behind the chat. Got you live. Yes, Captain Anthony. Thanks for watching. That Icosa yield. All I had to do was say the Icosa yield and Sloth shows up. This video contains content from SME. Yeah, I think SME is a... Ooh, that sounds like someone locked up the brakes. Hey guys, no letters yet, but we have a Hex meetup next week. Was Maddie a day one Hex again? I don't remember. Yeah, absolutely. You're like Jimmy Carter wondering where your note is. Everyone hit the like button, please. Yeah. Yeah. I got to stream with Sloth just so he can show us some moon numbers. There was a delay. Need to work on my skills. Yep. Did you refresh and try from YouTube? Oh, you guys are talking about the video. I wish I got to see Hexo stream today. It seems he took it down. Hey guys, no letters yet. Might get a letter after next week. Throwing a Hex meetup in Seattle. Hey, who knows? Anyhow, that's my news for today. I always have great days every day. No negatives. Nah, there's no reason to be negative. Guess the sloth signal exists. It seems very backwards, the FTX, with the regulation it had and the handouts to the government from them. Yet they go after freedom fighters that are decentralized. Yeah. And Matt and Bali, and the fact that it's coming out that money was being laundered and sent back to the US via FTX, that was going to the money was going to Ukraine. That's funny. It's kind of like the trillions that the Pentagon lost. They announced right before 9/11, and then the section of the building is what the missile hit. Oops, did I say missile? You know, the building that had no plane parts around it. Oh, good. Show jumping is fun. Hey, Hex Token, good to see you. Sell your ETH on local crypto. It's good. Local crypto is going out of business. We've used them in the past, and Anna just said she got a note from them last week saying that they're closing shop. You can still do it. You can still use it because I used it the other day, or my wife used it the other day, and but they're going out of business. The government should be locked up for receiving stolen funds. Remember, it was customer funds, not SB. Yeah. Randy will be last showing show standing. Like, what's the NFTs? You and me both, Hex Token. I mean, you're down in Kiwi land. I don't think anybody's gonna be bothering you down there. Murph, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm the grandpa. I'm the Hex grandpa, man. I think I'm the oldest of the streamers. No problem, Sandy Beach. I'll try tomorrow on the TV, which I have nothing signed into. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great live stream today. I really enjoyed it. We're going to do more stuff together. Yep. Randy, you got an interesting story. Everything about writing a book. My dad tells me I need to. My dad's like, but my dad used to say it to me. I mean, you're talking like 10 years ago. My dad used to say to me, oh, you need to write a book. It was condescending. Because back then, Randy was still a broke pleb, right? You heard of semaglutide? No. It's a diabetes med that suppresses your appetite. People are losing weight with minimal effort taking it. Lots of TikTokers are talking about it. It's so blowing. Well, No, I've never heard of it. I've heard of people using metformin, but metformin has lots of negative side effects. Even as a nurse, I knew metformin has side effects. So I take berberine, which is supposed to be just as good as metformin without the side effects. Can you call Hex a collectible? I'm thinking of saying it is a hobby and not side tech. Yeah, that's what I would think it is, Cabby. Did you see CZ blocked Kim.com? Because Kim.com kept calling him out. That's all that happened. Kim wants answers. My grandfather used to make liqueurs, cherry brandy and chocolate liqueur. He made a garlic liqueur once too. Old Austrian recipes. Garlic liqueur. Really? Interesting. Hex Monkey's here. Hex Monkey, did you get your subpoena? Because you've been around forever too. Heading home Friday, so fun's almost over. Oh man, no more tacos for you. At least the good ones. I've not lost faith in the good old PP. PP token. Hey, I still have my bags. I bought them, and I could see Hexy Bastard was a little bit frustrated because a lot of the people that did the sacrifice phase for PP token, they sold on a double. You selling on a double? Are you kidding me? We're in a bear market right now. But some did. Their U.S. naval ship off the coast of Bali at the moment. Saw it this morning, but it must be hiding in the bushes somewhere as he's not at the G20. Just some useless info. Thanks, Matt. See, Serena hasn't received one either. Some angry Hexicans out there. Wow, have you seen the real Hex Joker latest tweet? He mad. Not a good look for us. Yeah. I'm not. I actually muted him because I don't want to see his stuff. It was just too negative. And if you watch this Joker, you're too negative, bro. From a psych professional to a psych professional. Shemitah. Hex Machine. Exactly, Black Swan. Good to see you, Black Swan. So many false assumptions about other people's situations. Yep. Completion fails. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you're in Australia, there are a couple of gold silver mints that take crypto in exchange for gold and silver. Oh, that's cool. And there's many that do that. A lot of the gold and silver companies do that. And then you could sell the gold and silver. Can I secret message you on Telegram to find out what you know about where I'd fly? Yeah, sure. Of course. Hexo reposted the last video. It was blocked because he had a song at the end, which was copyrighted. Yeah, that SME's I've had that one. I've had that notification too. SEC have filed made a string of subpoenas on the personal accounts of the individuals that received the Hex subpoena. Okay. We got the whole year. They want to launch CBDCs. How are you going to launch CBDCs? No one's going to accept that shit unless there's a hook. There has to be a catastrophe. The banking system needs to fail. They're going to say, okay, here's how we're going to save you. Everyone download this app on your phones, and it's going to have your coupons in it, and that's how you're going to buy your groceries. Or there's something else that happens. Maybe they lock things down again because the green agenda, they say, oh, there's too much CO2 in the air. We're going to have massive hurricanes if we don't do this. And, you know, if you want to make sure that you have money, then you have to have this app or something. I don't know. They're going to, or we're just going to give you, if everyone who signs up for this app gets $2,000. And that's how they get the hook in. And 80% of the population does it. And we are hooked forever. Nice, Dr. Deuce. Nice. I wish I could. My buddy who used to get the edibles for me here, he moved to Colombia. So now I have no edibles. The Grim Reaper meme is coming for Hex influencers. Matt Bali, Rumble. Yes, Rumble's the other one I was thinking of. I automatically have my YouTube channel hooked up to Rumble, so all of my videos go over there. And I don't get any views over there because I don't try to build it. I don't try to network within the community. I do some networking within Odyssey, and I get some views, but barely anything. Just had to stop in and say hello. Completion fails. Thank you. Randy's the shit. Smash the likes. 420 hex. Yes. Completion fails. Good night. I should go to bed too, but can't stay away. Listen, guys, because the clock's changed, I'm now at 10 p.m. Eastern. So it's way better than it was before. And I noticed the viewership is up too once the clock's changed. What's up, Randy? Can you talk about your strategy for the first 6 months of Pulse Chain launch? Skybox meditation, first 6 months. I'm going to be really chill. Now, the only reason why I wouldn't be chill is if there's a really good ratio trade. Say, for example, Pulse Chain rockets out the gate like I predict, and it goes up, say, in the first 10 days, it's up 30x, right? But PulseX hasn't done anything. Maybe PulseX is up 5x. That's a ratio trade. I will probably move some of my Pulse Chain to PulseX because once the kinetic energy or whatever you want to call it gets behind PulseX, that mofo is going to fly. Or the other ratio trade that I foresee is that everyone who's buying Hex in order to buy Pulse Chain when it launches, they're going to cause Hex on Pulse Chain to dip severely because they want to get the Pulse Chain as soon as possible. So maybe my Pulse Chain goes up in the first day, goes up by 10x, but Hex on Pulse Chain drops by 90%. That's a good ratio trade. So I will go into Hex. You guys not seeing me right on my fingers on the desk here, but that would be a good ratio trade. That's what I would do in the first couple weeks. 6 months out, it's just playing that game of ratio trade, like I'm doing right now with Poly. So each Poly is worth 1.1 Hedron, but currently each Poly is 30% cheaper than 1 Hedron. So really, there's a 40% difference in the price. To me, we're in a bear market. I probably wouldn't do this in a bull market, okay? Because things move too fast in bull markets. But in a bear market, when things are moving slow like a snail, I see the opportunity. When I mint my Hedron, I immediately swap them for Poly. That's a good ratio trade because it's a 40% difference, and there's no reason for Poly to be at a discount to Hedron. Get it? So the thing to be doing in the first couple of weeks or the first couple of months is ratio trading. It's the safest way to trade. So if something's up 5x over something else and there's no real reason for it to be 5x over something else, then it's a good time to swap something over. So I hope that helped. Sorry, SEC, if that was against your... if I can get in trouble for that, I don't know. Haters' heads going to blow? Yes, they are. Any word if Rack and Rochelle is being investigated? His company is publicly traded. I don't know. I just saw that he is moving forward with his exchange and he's looking for devs and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. We need version 3 stepping stone before launch. Yeah, we definitely need it. The building with no plane parts. Yeah, there was no plane parts. CBDC attack dogs. Yeah. The hole was smaller than the plane. Yeah, Matt. I once had I was in Tampa, and remember Tampa is the headquarters for Southcom. I think, is it Southcom? Westcom. Shit, I can't remember. I'm on my military stuff. There was an Air Force base there, but there was also, that's where General Petraeus worked, the guy that was running the war in Iraq and all that. And there was a whole bunch of intelligence guys once, and we were having beers, and they started talking, and we started talking about the Pentagon, and every single one of them said, "There's no way that was a plane. Look at that tiny hole. That was a missile." And then the only video that they showed that you ever saw from the CCTV cameras, of the thousands of CCTV cameras at the Pentagon, the only one that ever went public, there was not a plane. It was something that was really low flying. And every pilot that has ever come forward to talk about it said that was an impossible thing to do with a plane the size of a 727 or 737 or whatever it was that hit. So, yeah. YouTube, please don't take down my channel for talking about this stuff, but you're talking there was at least 6 guys at that table that night, and not one of these military guys, military intelligence. These guys were intelligence guys. Not one of them believed that a plane hit the Pentagon. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, that will be interesting. Holy hell. Has anyone heard off ramp through Dash Card? So you would swap for Dash from your main bag and use the MasterCard? I didn't even know Dash had a card. You're going to be able to do it with Load. So if you guys don't have, I'm sorry guys, I totally forgot. Load is launching a card. If you missed my gold and silver show from last week with from Nick Pertine from the Load team, they're launching a card, and that one you're going to be able to use. You're just, what you would do is you would take your crypto, sell it on the exchange, and you could do it right on the phone app that they have, the Load app, or you can do it on Trader Joe because they're on the AVAX blockchain right now. You could sell it and put it to AGX or AUX. They're two tokens. One's the gold back token, one's the silver back token. And then you use your card and it debits right from your card. All right. And it's going to be a worldwide debit card. I totally forgot about that one. Sorry, guys. My fault. But I recall. Thank you. The card thing. So that's one way of taking money out. That link's below if you guys want to sign up. Just use my referral code just so these guys know that I'm actually, people are actually signing up. I've had a couple people sign up. Thank you. Appreciate that. They're my friends, and I'm going to get more involved with them. I'm a silver and gold guy. I love my silver and gold. So I'm unapologetic about it. There's some people think I'm nuts, but man, I would not have found crypto if it wasn't for Peter Schiff and Dr. Ron Paul. So respect where respect is due. Honestly, feels like an individual full of hate started this SEC nonsense. Doesn't make sense otherwise. Exactly. That's what it seems like to me. Lazy weekends are the best. Yes, they are. The Democratic Party should pay people back the money the SBF stole from its users. Blue Bomb, wouldn't that be amazing? Curious, how do these addresses of these hex influencers be found? Someone telling or SEC activity looking? Well, they've got everyone's records, guys. It's not difficult. You just do a public. There was a website that I used to use when I was still living in the U.S. that I would check every couple months to see if anything public was listed about me. And there's a whole database, and you could do skip tracing. Skip tracing is really easy. I knew a guy that owned one of the largest repo companies in the U.S. He was living in Colombia, and he was huge in crypto. He's a freaking whale in Bitcoin, right? And everything that he did, he just used skip tracing, and he'd find out any information he needed. And I'm sure the SEC can find out anything they want. They have access to all that stuff with unlimited budgets. What's up, Squid? Joseph, will you load up on more ETH and Bitcoin if ETH gets below 1,000, if Bitcoin gets to 12K and below? Well, are you all in with the Hex ecosystem? Well, Joe, I don't know. ETH I would buy. Bitcoin, I'd have to be loaded. If I ever bought Bitcoin again, it would be because I would want that bottle cap, just to say I have one. That would be the only reason that I would ever buy Bitcoin again. ETH, on the other hand, I love ETH, and I think ETH is going to do very good. And I'm also looking for ETH POW and Ethereum Fair. I'd like to get some more of that too. Interesting. Elon said he's going to hire a CEO later. What happens if RH takes over as CEO? Can you imagine? Look, we got enough work. Richard's got enough work with Pulse Chain, PulseX, his new wallet that he wants to build with Hex. It's a lot of branding work that we have to do. The brand name is Ozempic. Okay. Is that the medication you guys are talking about? It's a targeted attack. SEC just doesn't investigate influencers often. No, they don't. I take berberine every day for the last 2 years. Love what it does for us. Yeah, it's good stuff. It reminds me I have to go buy some more because I ran out. Yep. Yeah. Icosa's nuts right now. Ice hockey game in Kent next Wednesday night. Oh, you guys talking about Seattle stuff? Randy, are you planning to replace your mercury tooth with ceramic implant you told us about? Yeah. Jesus, they're going to take out the mercury, the amalgam, and then they just put in the ceramic. Who knows? Who knows if I even need it? We'll see what the dentist says. Me too. Kept my poor pleb. I'm not selling that. So Target, and right now, because the price is so cheap, you can actually pick up more right at the sacrifice price. Yep. Any noticeable effects from berberine? No, just it's supposed to be just like metformin. Metformin, it kind of curbs your appetite, and berberine does the same thing. And it has some. Oh God, it's been a while. Go look at Dr. Berg. He's got a great video on berberine, and he talks about how beneficial it is. I don't want to give you bad information. CZ has, as the king of crypto market share, plays all sides of the game, always wins. He sure does. Next open, he sure does. Putin should have been. Sorry. Okay. No problem. If you watch this Joker, you're too negative. Thank you, Randy. I needed that laugh. Well, he plays his part really well. There's nothing positive about the Batman's Joker, right? There's not much positive about Hex Joker either. Dave Portney Twitter had a weird exchange with SBF. It seemed ended with SBF talking about Shibboleth. That's what you're talking about. Okay. They're going to make everyone poor, and the poor will be happy to accept controlled collapse. Yes. CBDCs through UBI. Exactly. Central bank digital currencies through universal basic income. I'll translate that. Mm-hmm. I'll convert my CBDCs to Hex if possible. Yeah. CBDCs could start with welfare too instead of like EBTs. Yeah, exactly. They just got to get people, got to get the hook in them. There are consequences to electing a communist dementia patient. No one to blame but ourselves for where we are. Oh man, I can't believe they still allow him in, just because they can control him. They're going to allocate each dollar coupon for gas, food, power, Cheetos. No buying crypto with it. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. Yeah. DJ Pollywood, what's that? I was born in Tampa at MacDill Air Force Base. There you go, Todd. That was the name of the Air Force Base. They built a new. There's a really big building there. They built it when I was living there. That's for intelligence now. I witnessed a second plane going into the WTC. It was all black. Interesting, Blue Bomb. Wow. I wasn't there. I was up in Rochester, which is about 5 hours away. And you would not believe how dense my friends are. I had a really dense group of friends because you know what? They all were calling me, Randy, are you okay? Are you all right? I just got out of the Navy like a year and a half earlier. And I just got done living in Columbus, Ohio. And I made a lot of friends at the Bible college I was attending. And all these people, every single one of them, they knew I was home in Rochester. They're like, oh, are you okay? Is everything all right? I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm 5 hours away. It was no laughing matter, I know, but that part was funny. Every new DEX in the first year has gone to $40 before settling. Let's hope PulseX does the same. Ooh, Bob. Oh, $40. $40. Yeah, something like that, Victory. It's called MacDill Air Force Base. They have air shows. It's CENTCOM. There you go, CENTCOM. Southcom is in Miami. It used to be here. Southcom used to be here in Panama. But that when the base closed, they moved it to Miami. Military intelligence, 2 words combined that don't make sense. Are we going lower? I believe so. My thoughts are that dead cats don't bounce well. 11K and Pray Richard says. Yeah, it's possible we can go lower. For sure. It's a load.1, but I had the link down below. Just click on it from there, please, so I can get the referral. Yeah, load apps. The app is live. It's good to go. Randy looking green on the building outside. Yeah. Let's hope that this is a premonition. They're telling us something. Let's hope. Are you also going to have any limit order strategies? No, I'm not a limit order. Look, I have no patience. I buy the market. I'm a market order guy. I just buy shit. Limit orders never work for me. Ever since I got into crypto, they've never worked. Also, the footage is so small, given it was probably the most secure building with cameras everywhere, but just not where the plane was. Yeah, that was kind of bizarre. Good night, Sandy. Good night. Good night. I used to have a card, but never used it before the company shut their card down. Yeah, we've had multiple cards. I went 50-50 Pulse and PLSX today. there that solves that. How, Todd? How did you go 50-50? In your mind? Because it doesn't exist yet. How about Hex with MetaMask? I recall you're saying a cheaper way. Thank you. Yeah, there's cheaper ways. Uniswap. I wonder why the SEC. Okay, so there's automatically an extra fee when you use MetaMask. I'm just letting you know it's a little bit of an extra fee for the convenience, but it's cheaper to use Uniswap. I wonder why the SEC are asking the Hex kids to provide records when they have the power to issue a notice to produce on financial institutions. Hunch is not good enough. Yeah. I looked at Hex and USDC on MetaMask, then on Uni. MetaMask gave less Hex and charged way more gas. I think they doubled the gas fee. Yeah, that's how they make their money. Policy, we don't know. We don't know yet. It's just a facts finding mission right now. In Australia, they have announced on news that the jab, medical, etc., driver's license phone app will include our banking details. We are too close. God, that's not good, guys. That's not good. This stuff makes me nervous. I had that done. You'll feel so much better, like weight off your shoulders for the teeth. Yeah, I know. All that stuff Richard Hart and Jack Levin were talking about. Have you got a link to it? No. Nope. I'll take berberine, TMG, NMN, quercetin, C60, and tons of vitamin D every day. I'm 2 years in as well. Bob, also, if you're taking vitamin D, make sure you're taking vitamin K2. You need the K2 to take the calcium out of your bloodstream and put it where it belongs, in your teeth and your bones and stuff like that. Vitamin K2 is super important. And you can actually get vitamin K2 and D3 together. I had that done. Mercury fillings, taking them out, replaced it. Oh, you already said that. Apple cider vinegar, baking soda sometimes. How does that work? Because one's a base and one's an acid. Doesn't it bubble? I believe in the human race to create works around to CBDC controls. Yeah. How many movies have we seen? There's always ways around the system. Watch Andor, the new Star Wars show. There's always ways. That's right. After I get done tonight, I'm going to go watch the new episode of Andor, the new Star Wars series. I love it. I'm a Star Wars freak. Guess on pulse price? Oh, like I said, 100x the first 90 something days. I'm going to stick with that. Be careful. Baking soda can injure your pancreas. Baking soda is sodium, right? So I have issues with the low potassium. So I try this. I guess I can get potassium chloride instead of baking soda, which is sodium chloride. And it'll probably do the same thing. I used to have a girlfriend in Rochester. I lived with her for a summer before I went into the Army, even though I lived in Texas. I remember the pizza was awesome at a store named Sibley's. Yeah, Sibley's. They're gone now. They're bought by Macy's. If you guys know the Macy's Day Parade in New York, well, they bought the Sibley's company. I used to shop at Sibley's when I was a kid. Thank you, Skybox. My old man is 72 and all his teeth are cavities filled with mercury. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good for 20 Hex. If you have somebody, if he's got the money and you have somebody in his local area that could take out the amalgam fillings, it might be worth it because you don't want to deal with, like, I'm a nurse. I worked in mental health, so I dealt with dementia and I dealt with Alzheimer's. This could be a contributing factor. We don't know 100%. So that's one of the reasons why I want to get them taken out, because I don't want anybody to have to deal with me, my 6'2" ass, huge man, and I've got Alzheimer's or dementia. So it's better I get it taken out and I don't have to ever deal with that. Yeah, I know he is just fine, but not everybody responds the same. Oh, MetaMask? I'm sure they are. Yes, exactly. Do you think L1 Achilles Hill will be centralized due to being on AWS, which is under US jurisdiction? How decentralized will PLS servers be? Look, I had this talk with somebody recently, and I thought about putting servers down here and becoming a validator. Excuse me. I just don't have the expertise to do it. So I have to work with somebody that can help me do it if we can put the funds together for it, right? So if Richard is looking, I know he's forward thinking, so he's already thinking about these things. So the less we have to rely on AWS, the better. And I know Alex from Hedron, he's building his own center right now. So I don't know where he's building it, but let's hope they can do it. Why do you think Richard Hart is less visible on his YouTube channel? I don't know, Joseph. Could be the reason. I thought because he's just working hard. Character building. He got one of those letters too, I think. I do take vitamin K2. Vitamin K2. There's vitamin K1 and vitamin K2. K2 is the one that takes the calcium out of your bloodstream. Awesome. Another one that you could look at with Dr. Berg. He's got a great video about it. Why you need to take K2 if you're taking vitamin D3. Yeah, Andor is awesome. It's something else. Yeah. Makes sense. No, I haven't. You'll know where George Lucas got his idea. Terra Papers. Sibley's, oh my God, and Fanny Farmer chocolates. Ra-cha-cha. Yes, Sandra. Yep. And garbage plates. While we're talking about health, I came down with flu-like symptoms and doubled down on my zeolite intake, and 48 hours later, I'm better. I swear that shit's a miracle powder. It is, Bobby. It is. My wife started taking it again. She said she was having some issues. She has, oh God, there's a stomach problem that she has. And she said she hadn't felt like that in a long time. So she started taking zeolite again 2 days ago. Tap water is a problem too. Fluoride. Fluoride's another thing they say that contributes to mental health. Yeah, I heard ETH2 has like 61% validators on EWS. Yeah, it's lazy. Absolutely lazy. Yeah, he's super busy. Z, thank you. Hex, even if you rent, you need a reverse osmosis filtration system on your kitchen sink for drinking and cooking. Water is absolutely a Trojan horse for an early grave. Or you just get the, God, how come it just blinked? Get the, where it boils it. You can tell it's 11 p.m. What's it called? You get the pure water and it gets rid of all the chemicals. I can't remember what it's called. The notion that servers in a country gives jurisdiction over something that exists as an idea is ludicrous. Yeah, it's absolutely ludicrous, but we let them get away with that stuff. People just be whining. Yeah. Was Anakin in the wrong? Oh God. Oh God. I just got hit with the flu last night. Yeah, everybody is. We were sick last time. You guys remember last week I was still coughing up. You got to start making your own. CLO2. There's so many things. This is why I love live streaming, because you learn so much stuff. And I have stuff I could pass along. You guys stuff that pass along to me. He's not doing streams because he has no updates and going to repeat the same things and busy with his museum. His fucking museum. I don't care about no freaking museum. So much childish gossip, hearsay, innuendo in here about other people's business. Yeah. X Monkey, that's normal. That's normal. What do you think about peptides? Sandra, I haven't looked at the peptides. I have a Berkey. But I also have God, what's it called? When it gets really hot, it boils the water and it comes out the other end without anything in it. Got it. Distiller. There we go. A distiller. Yep. Berkey. So distilled water, then you put it through the Berkey. That works because the Berkey adds a lot of the minerals that you lose when you distill. So that'd be cool. Anyone just think RH is telling the truth and maybe he just it released Pulse Chain because that was just not done? It's possible. I still think he's timing the market. I'm doing turmeric honey tea with ginger. Very good. That's awesome. That's one of the best things you could possibly do for yourself. Unsung hero. Hello. RH had 2 Twitter spaces and an interview on YouTube today. That interview was actually recorded when he was in Miami, so that was pretty old. And he didn't talk about anything what's going on with the exchanges, and he did mention during the stream that Bitcoin was $24,000 when he was recording. Reverse osmosis filtration. Yeah, that's the best. Any staker app updates for Pulse Chain? Yeah, a lot. They keep sharing screens. Go to Ox and see what he's been saying. He's been sharing some screens of the upcoming sticker app. I saw on Andrew Trait. Only recently started listening. I must not have seen him in his kickboxing days. Man, I mean, you gotta respect the guy. Some of his views totally make sense. You know, to me, he's a man's man, and I respect him for that. The RH Twitter space yesterday with the biggies and crypto was fire. Yes, it was. Maybe Zeolite is miraculous. I'm autoimmune and laughing as my two kids, my dad, my ex, and everyone is sick as a dog. Normally I'm down and out also. Oh, 420 hex. I think peptides are the bee's knees. I was doing super aggressive sports and I was using TB500 and my body was repairing itself like a bionic man. No BS, no no known side effects. Interesting. It's going to happen with the 16 days of protesting and counting in Brazil. Oh, I hope they do a recount or a re-election. Do it again. Glad I caught a live one. Been a while. Thank you, Wendy Shift. Good to see you. Look at me like I'm crazy with my hex and volcanic ash. Now a Berkey. Keep up with his knowledge you're spitting. Hey, no problem. I'm glad you got a Berkey. There is not cheap. It's not cheap to be healthy, but and that's a shame. But it feels good. He says depression is not a disease, rather a state of mind. I kind of believe him. I got soon depressed after the earthquake in 2011 in New Zealand, but felt worse after the doctor prescribed me. Yeah, those chemicals that they have you take are terrible. Onions in my socks tonight. There you go, Steve. If you're sick, put onions in your socks. Shit works. Some pills I felt worse. He said double the dose. I stopped cold turkey and it felt better. I'm using Zeolite now for 2 weeks. A little more lethargic than usual. Maybe toxins moving around. Yeah. So when my wife was taking it, Hex Monkey, she started getting pimples like on her body and stuff. And remember, women use a lot of makeup, and your number one organ in your body is your skin. So I think when women use makeup, a lot of that shit soaks in. And when she started taking Zeolite, she started getting pimples, and it lasted about 10 days. And then they all went away and her skin was looking great. So she was really happy. Yep. Distilled water. Make your own though. You can get a distilled water machine for a couple $100 and just make a gallon a day. And if it's just you, that's plenty. Good night, Tarwig. It's too funny. We come to Randy asking him questions like the all-knowing magic 8-ball. If I don't know something, I'll go find out. And that's something I learned in the Navy. You know, when they come on around and they do an inspection, because I was the leading petty officer of the section that I was in, aviation medicine, they always teach you, like, when an inspection comes around, when an officer comes around and asks you to do something, you never say, I do not know. You always say, I don't have that information right now, but I will find out. And I think that's a good way to live life. BP 157, well-documented, high-efficacy peptides. Cool, Moondog. You guys are dropping the knowledge tonight. Silver water, good. Forgot what it's called. Yeah, my mom does that. My mom makes her own silver water. She used to sell it, too. Makeup is so toxic. Yes, it is. Garlic and honey with ginger. The ginger part's really important. Not so much here in Panama, Jesus. The problem is they don't do what I need here in Panama. I have to go to Costa Rica to get that done. Number 2 is what? Your liver. Liver. High efficacy for what, Moondog? Positive effects. 102 fever is now 100. Nice. I don't have information right now, and I do not care. Hexhodl? What's that about? Okay. Popular crypto influencers have promoted scams all through the bull market, but don't dare talk about Hex or mention RH. Clown World. Unsung hero? You're right. Yep. Monatomic or something like that for silver water. Yeah. Oh, God. I can't remember what it's called. But thanks, guys. I have one of my doctor friends who's a naturopath stuff. He's going to come on with us. I don't know if he'll do a live stream at night. He lives in Miami, so maybe he'll join me at 10 p.m. But he's a guy who knows about all the shit. And someone I hung out with when I was in Mazatlan and in Acapulco when we were in Mexico. So I'm bringing him on. You guys are going to like him. For healing and body protecting compound, how do I go with liver? Can full regen between yeah. if you have fatty liver, you can actually fix a fatty liver within weeks. It's actually pretty easy to do. Your liver regenerates like crazy. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it, Bobby. Yeah, I didn't do the charts. I'll do them tomorrow night for you. Nothing's really changed, so I'll get to them tomorrow night, Corey. Crypto millionaires with Corey. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. You're all awesome.